Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And today we are going to be looking at a very wild rumour that's doing the rounds. There's always rumours doing the rounds when it comes to the royals, and in particular Harry and Meghan, but this one is particularly wild and it relates to the alleged surrogate. And the rumour goes that the surrogate by the name of DL claims to have given birth to both children and has all the paperwork and the NDA to prove it. And this particular DL person was promised she would be taken care of for the rest of her life, but has been tossed away and forgotten about. This is all allegedly. Of course, rumor has it that this DL woman is ready to talk and is going to appear on various morning shows to tell her tale. And Harry and Meghan are allegedly under immense pressure as a result of this behind the scenes, and the royals are watching closely. This is the rumor. It comes from, as far as I can tell, a YouTube channel, one of those clickbaity, even AI generated YouTube channels. I didn't do a deep dive and trace it back to its origins. I've picked it up on in the usual places. People are discussing it. It's being spread around. In my opinion, I'm very suspicious of all these kinds of rumors. In my opinion, it could just as well come from Montecito and from the new disruptor PR team. They could be spreading stories like this, putting out videos like this to say gotcha at the end when it's debunked and everyone's fallen for it and got themselves into a situation. So I'm going to say a big fat allegedly all over this reading, but we're going to have a look at it because first of all, it struck me as curious that this person claims to have birthed, I'm quoting, both children. We're going to look at that. We're going to say, hypothetically speaking, if Harry and Meghan did use the services of surrogates, did they use one or did they use two? We're going to ask that question. Why? Is this person really ready to talk? We'll ask that question as well because that is the rumor. We'll ask why. Was this person allegedly let down financially or just abandoned emotionally? We're going to ask how Harry and Meghan are feeling about it because we're going to read the energy of this story, this rumor. Are they really panicked behind the scenes? Are the royals really watching closely? And what's going to happen? Are we going to see anything, hear anything in the near future? Tarot of Curious Creatures on the table for this one. I just need to give the cards a bit of a stir and then we'll get to it. As I say, this is all a wild rumor from a very implausible source. So I'm going to remind you, it's tarot that I'm doing here for fun and entertainment, or my opinions or speculation. We read the energy of these wild rumors and see what's what. And then, of course, there is a disclaimer in the box below, and please read it, and please do your own research and come to your own conclusions. So we're going to look at this alleged surrogate, and we're going to ask about Archie and about Lily, if we can get descriptors. If surrogates were used, we're going to say, hypothetically, we're speculating. Indications, if we get similar indications, maybe there's some truth in the fact that only one was used. Don't know. We're going to ask the question. We're going to ask if she's ready to talk. What about NDAs and things like that? I would imagine that any person that was involved in this kind of thing for Harry and Meghan allegedly would have been locked down legally. But we'll see. I've read on this situation quite recently, and there were indications that there might be a willingness to chat at some stage or to reveal all at some stage. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility, which is why I am doing this reading now, even though, as I say, it's coming from a very implausible source. One more shuffle, and it could even be a bit of PR kind of a setup or even a stitch up, in my opinion. So let's see what's going on, and if we need to be watching morning shows. I assume American ones. would indicate that if one surrogate was used, it would have been more likely to be an American sort of situation than a British situation. What do we have? We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. That's an interesting card for this kind of topic because it's the single woman. The Nine of Pentacles. Nine's always interesting when you're talking about pregnancies and birth. It's Pentacles in this case, a money card. It's being independent. It's being okay financially. It's being self-made. It's being living the life of luxury and ease, not having to rely on anyone. But it's in reverse. That tells me that there might be some financial issues here that are at the root of this rumor. With that Nine of Pentacles in reverse, somebody not feeling that they have been well provided for, feeling that they still somehow are dependent on the Parkles, possibly for financial support, other kinds of support as well. It's there in the energy. So let's get to the actual reading, see what we are dealing with. We are dealing with the Five of Pentacles, another money card, and another card that indicates not enough money. It's poverty, the Five of Pentacles. It's also being shut out. And we get in this story, this rumor, that this DL person felt that she had been forgotten, tossed away and forgotten about by Harry and Meghan, allegedly also that she would have been taken care of financially for the rest of her life, but not. Interesting indications, but let's get to it now and ask about Archie and alleged surrogate. I want indications about this, her, and who she is and who she was and all that. Oh, we've got an Empress, which is a mother card, and it's in reverse. Empress in reverse, it's a huge card, the Empress. I'm asking about surrogacy and Archie and, you know, who, indications of that's not mother. So whoever was claiming to be mother wasn't. Whoever is on birth certificate as claiming to be mother wasn't or isn't. And a very interesting change to Archie's birth certificate made. I think it was a couple of weeks after his alleged birth. And Meghan's description was altered quite fundamentally on that birth certificate. So not who we were told, mother, not who we were told. I'm not, indications of who mother actually was, not getting, but I'm getting confirmation for me as an energy reader that Meghan was not Archie's birth mother. She may well have been his biological mother, but not his birth mother. So that's interesting. I am in the camp, full disclosure, that very likely there was a surrogate involved. That's my personal opinion. I'm very happy to have that opinion changed if certain strangenesses around Archie's birth are explained, like the lack of documents signed by doctors and all of that sort of stuff, that mysterious bump. So as I say, I'm open to being convinced that I'm wrong. But the card, the energy of the card, and I'm just reading energy here and expressing my opinion, confirms my suspicions at this time. So how about Lily and the alleged surrogate that was involved in Lily's birth? We got the Five of Swords. We have conflict around the situation. Now that is a very interesting card for me, because when I was reading recently about this situation, it was in the context of conflict, possible even legal conflict with the surrogate, the alleged surrogate, and it's showing up again. Five of Swords is conflict. Now, the two women in these two cards are reading differently for me. The Empress is reading almost as somebody quite high status, and there was speculation that it might have been a high status, high society kind of friend or connection of Harry and Meghan's that was used for Archie. There was always a rumor about one in particular. I cannot remember the woman's name now for the life of me. But that's how that Empress is reading. The Five of Swords is reading as a girl, as younger. She's got that broom in her hand, which tells me that she might be, and I hate to use a word like this, but it's just how it's reading, a lower status. And I don't mean it in the sense of class kind of division so much as maybe more of someone who was more working, more having to work. This person is coming across, the Empress is coming across as someone who is much more pampered and privileged. I'm not expressing myself very well. I'm getting myself caught out here. But the difference to me is quite stark. Empress, Five of Swords girl, in the artwork, which is part of the information that I get when I do these readings at an energy level. So we'll leave that there. Let's ask if this person, this DL person, I think two different people to finish that thought. Anyway, if this DL person is ready to talk, wanting to talk, ready to talk, we got the Three of Cups in reverse. Now that is somebody who thought they were friends, thought they were in the inner circle, best buddies, always going to be there for you, that kind of energy, and it's in reverse. This feeling of being tossed away and forgotten about is coming through very strongly in this reading. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Five of Pentacles, the shunning card, and then this Three of Cups in reverse. We thought we were best mates, and now we're not. It's not coming out and talking about things, though. It's feelings. Cups are feelings. And that's, we thought we were besties, and now suddenly we're given the cold shoulder. We're being shut out for some reason, and even shut out financially. If the Parkles have fallen on hard times, and I'm reading a lot around that on chat sort of platforms, gossipy sites, people are speculating. Even page 6 is speculating that the reason they got rid of their in-house PR team is because they're broke and can't afford it. Money could be an issue in here as well. So what about NDAs and things like that, that I should imagine have really are very threatening, very menacing for anyone who wants to break them? What about that? And we've got the Four of Cups, and it's in reverse. Four of Cups is a rejection card, feeling left out, feeling apathetic about something. It's not a menacing card, not at all. So I'm not getting threats from that. When the card is in the reverse, you kind of start to feel a bit more enthused about things after feeling really jaded and bored and can't be bothered and don't love what I'm being offered. I'll just pass on it. Start to feel more engaged again in a situation. You even might want to have a bit of a do-over, and it's interesting that that Four of Cups is following or is sitting beneath the Three of Cups in reverse. I'm not getting trouble from NDAs and lawyers and stuff like that. I'm getting, that's over here. That's the descriptor for the Lily surrogate, the alleged Lily surrogate. This is more somebody wanting to be back in. And it's, if it was a friend in the UK that's been iced out, or if it was a friend in the US that's been iced out, or even a family member, there is speculation around that without naming names and pointing fingers. It's more this person is hurt and wanting to get back in with the in crowd, who would be the Parkles. So let's see why. If this person is feeling like they would like to go public, or firing warning shots through a rather dodgy YouTube channel, possibly, I don't know, I'm speculating. Why? What's at the root of it? We've already got two answers on this tarot table, and they're the ones that we got from this source, this rumor. But let's ask first about money. Has there been a money issue? in this situation? Oh, we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's a yes. Because the Wheel of Fortune is this is your fortune is made. You're lucky. You're doing fantastically well, and you expect that this is going to feather your nest forever, and it's in reverse. Whatever you were promised, whatever you thought you were going to gain from this situation hasn't turned out, and in fact, it's kind of a reversal of fortune, a setback, unexpected. The Wheel of Fortune, you can't plan, you can't foresee what's going to happen. It's just the way things go. And it's a very negative energy that's coming off that card. Wheel of Fortune in reverse tells me that, yeah, this could be a money situation, a financial setback that is at the root of this rumor. How about just being tossed aside, abandoned, and being left out? There's so much energy on this tarot table there already to back up that kind of feeling. How about it though? We're going to ask the question very directly. Oh yeah, 5 of Cups. Now we've got the 3 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, and now the 5 of Cups. This is heartbreak. This is somebody who really felt that they were part of something very special, and carrying someone else's child, someone who possibly couldn't carry their own child for whatever reason, or children, is very special, very emotional. I always remember the Daily Mail interviewing a woman who was a surrogate for a celebrity couple, very high status couple, no names mentioned. She talked about how involved she got and her family got in the situation, and then how betrayed she felt and abandoned she felt when it turned out that they had a backup plan with someone else, and when she lost the baby in question, oh well, who cares, we've got another one stashed away somewhere else. And this woman had gone through hell. I'm not saying that she is the person in question. It was just an interesting example that the Daily Mail wrote an article about. This woman told her experience, and she went through hell. She nearly lost her own life as a result of complications. And so this is reading as a very, very emotional situation. It's somebody who really thought that they were doing something that connected them forever emotionally, and then found out to their bitter cost that no, actually they were disposable, highly disposable. It's a kind of regret, the 5 of Cups, and sorrow, real sorrow, a remorse for things that had happened, wishing though to recover from the situation, because the card is in reverse, wanting to heal that pain. Interesting. So, are the Parkles in a panic behind the scenes? The rumor says that they are allegedly under immense strain behind closed doors. How do they feel about this? And we got the 6 of Cups, more cups, 3, 4, 5, now 6 of Cups, and it's in reverse. It's a breakup card, the 6 of Cups. One of the things about it is a separation from people that you were once close to, whether family or friends from the past, good friends, old friends, family that you've grown up with, that you've had really fond memories with, and now there's some sort of separation. Upright, it can be a reconciliation card, disharmony, of falling out from the past. There's something in the past that isn't good, that they're not comfortable with, that they have left behind them, someone from the past that they have left behind. Who is it? I'm getting possibly one of them has taken this really badly. That's how this energy is reading. It's weird because this energy is confirming the story, even though I'm not getting someone who's ready to talk. But I am getting that there is some essential validity to the actual sense of abandonment and financial problems as well. So what about the royals? Allegedly they are watching closely. What do they think about this situation? If if at all. 7 of Wands, and it's in reverse. This is the card of defense when it's upright. In reverse, it's being very vulnerable. It's not the royals who are very vulnerable, or maybe they are if they covered up for any of this and they're thinking, oh no, if this thing goes live, if it goes public, then we're in big trouble. I don't get that though. The energy for me, and this is just an energy reading, is more that they're looking across the ocean, across the continent of North America, and thinking, you're in trouble. If something like this were ever to happen, we're in hypothetical territory here still. Of course, this is all big allegedly here. If this were ever to happen, your position would be indefensible. Because you've made such a fuss about your depression and your health issues around your pregnancy and all the bump clutching and all of that stuff. Who's ever going to believe a word that you have to say ever again? Outcome. Are we going to see or hear anything startling, revelatory from this alleged DL or anyone in a similar situation? I've got the 4 of Swords. No, not yet. 4 of Swords is a retreat energy. It's hiding away. It's thinking. It's feeling very down. It's feeling very wounded and betrayed, broken in fact. And it's in retreat. This energy of this person, this woman, is going inward, trying to heal, trying to make her peace with the situation. If 4 of Swords follows the 3 of Swords, a card of enormous betrayal and heartache in the tarot. So this is somebody who's really suffered, who really feels betrayed and let down in energy terms, of course, and that's not somebody who's going to go live on TV and say, this is my story. Not yet anyway. I do think in time we might hear something from this person. There's a tremendous amount of pain here on this tarot table. I'm getting a sense, and this is just me reading energy and speculating, of course, of being let down, being maybe broken promises, maybe expectations of the way things would go, and it hasn't turned out that way. Interesting cards, painful cards, a painful reading. And again, I have to say it is all speculation and my opinion. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.